Hello, this is episode 4. If it's a thing, who knows? I don't know. First thing I want to go ahead and talk about is the Evo 4G LTE. They updated twerp and it's really easy. You open up Goo Manager, you choose menu, and then install open recovery script, and then keep pressing yes, and it'll reboot and install it for you. But mine didn't reboot, but I chose reboot to recovery, and then it showed that it was an updated recovery, so that's pretty cool. It features like an on-screen keyboard, etc. As you're about to see, this video is not going to be nearly as edited as normal. Basically, I don't have that much time, and after this one, maybe some people that don't realize how much time I put into my videos will understand it, because it takes a lot of time to sit there and cut out 0.1 seconds here, 0.2 seconds there, and etc. It takes a lot of time, but I can take this 30-minute video and shrink it down to about less than 10 minutes. But I'm not going to do it this time, just to show you guys how much time I put into this stuff. I enjoy it, I truly do, I'm not complaining. Please watch the rest of the video. Candy Liquor asked a pretty good question. If you're using Wi-Fi tether, can your cell phone provider see your usage? No, not really, because it's coming from your phone. They don't know what's calling for that internet. They just know that the requests are coming from your phone. Some carriers like Verizon are getting better at blocking you from doing such things, but there's always going to be ways around it. I hope I'm saying this right, but Quavision, I'll put the name up on the screen, he asked what's going to happen after the SGS3. That's a good question. I can't wait to see where they go. Hopefully they don't release too many phones too quick, because the reason I don't have the SGS3 right now is because I don't have 600 bucks. In fact, I just bought a car and I'm completely broke. After the car, taxes, title, registration, adding it to insurance, everything, I am completely broke. I had to get a car because my loan crapped out on us, and yeah, it's pretty cool because I own my car. I don't make car payments on it. I own it. It's mine. Air blows super cold. You actually have to turn it down and turn it off after a while. Sunroof works. Cruise control works. Freaking everything works. I cannot believe I got it for 1,500 bucks. I'm not even going to try to say your name, dude. I'm just going to put it up on the screen. But he asked what's better about storage options. Like, for instance, if you can buy a 16 gig SGS3 or a 32 gig, which one should you get? Like the Transformer Prime, I got the 32 gig one because the 64 gig was more expensive, and you can just put an SD card or a thumb drive on it. Yeah, you could do that, but the SD card shuts off as soon as you close the lid. So anything you were doing or uploading stops. It gets canceled until you open the lid and wake it back up. And to be honest, I've got to do a super wipe and clear mine completely because I just have 3 gigs left of the 32. So my suggestion to you is definitely go for the larger size. Do not settle with the smallest one. If money doesn't allow you to get the bigger one, that's fine. Because yes, you can get an SD card if the phone supports it. Like the Galaxy Nexus, no luck. You can't put an SD card in it. But definitely, if you can put an SD card in it and you can't quite afford the larger one, get the smaller one. Why not? You can store some stuff on your SD card to save space. Why not? But when you install apps and stuff like on the Transformer Prime, it uses up that 32 gigabytes. So the more apps you have, the less memory you have. So yeah, I mean, now that I look at it, I would rather have a 32 gig SGS3 because a lot of devices like the Galaxy Nexus and the Transformer Prime let you use up all 16 or 32 gigs or 64 gigs to store your apps on. Like both the actual storage of apps and like videos and stuff, it's shared, it's combined. Like with the Evo Shift 4G, you only have like 400 megabytes of space to store apps. It's completely crap. On a phone like this, you have 2 gigabytes of space to store apps. That's a lot. On the Evo 3D, you have 1.23 gigabytes of space to store apps. And I'm talking about when you first get the phone And I'm not talking about uninstalling a bunch of system apps or something that you don't need to free up space. I'm talking about what you're going to get when you first get it. Transformer Prime, you get like 29 gigabytes of space to store apps and videos and music and etc. So it depends. If you can afford the extra money and get the larger size, definitely go for it. Because a lot of devices like this, the internal memory is a lot faster. Like if you notice, if you put an SD card, it'll ask you where do you want to store your photos and videos. If you store those on the SD card, it's going to take it a second to actually save the picture to the SD card. If you choose the internal, it's going to save it almost instantly. Trust me, try burst mode and see how long it takes to store all those pictures on the external SD card compared to the internal. The internal is much faster. Like when you flash ROMs in the Evo 4G LTE, you want to use the internal storage. Otherwise it takes much longer. See, I can be like some people and just record a 30-minute video and upload a 30-minute video with my name stamped across the bottom or top of it somewhere. But I choose not to. I choose to put time and make my videos as good as I can make them. This is making me sick. There's so many lines that I just want to freaking cut out because there's no audio and I'm stuttering, repeating myself. It's just a mess. And I don't even want to upload this, but I'm going to. Just so you guys know how much I care and how much time I put into this stuff. I'm not worried about increasing my video count and turning a 4-minute video into a 30-minute video. No, it's not like that at all. I can't even stand this video right now. Campos9896. I've seen your name a lot. I watch comments. Trust me, the more I see your name, the more you stick out. And this person sticks out like a sore thumb every time he comments. Like MIPD 1980 something. Yeah, names like that. Haxer, and there's a lot of you that comment as soon as I upload a video and your name sticks out and I see your name a lot. So thank you. I appreciate it. I have a lot of respect for the people that watch my videos as soon as I upload it. And in fact, I recently just hit 3 million freaking views total. Wow. But he asked, how old was I when I first rooted my phone? Nah, I won't really say how old I was, but it was 2 years ago. I had the Samsung moment in late 2009, like early 2010, around December-ish. January maybe. I had the Samsung moment. I knew nothing about root, and I had heard of it, but I didn't think anything of it. Anyways, the moment had Android 1.5. I couldn't even install apps that required 1.6. And I knew that they had a leaked version of 2.1 on SDX Developers. So I went on SDX Developers since it was the only site doing the Samsung moment, and I installed Android 2.1 on my Samsung moment. And Noob NL was the developer behind it. He is now the developer for the Epic CM team. He's doing an amazing job porting CM9 to the original Epic, and now he has the SGS3, so lots of awesome things are going to come out of the SGS3. But anyways, Radioactive Royal ROM. It was based off Android 2.1, and I could then use apps like Twitter that required you to have at least Android 2.0. That's when I first discovered rooting, because when you install the ROM, it was already pre-rooted. I did a lot of reading and a lot of research before I first rooted. I was scared. I did not want to mess my phone up. But I read things over and over and over again. I watched other videos on YouTube, and I rooted my Samsung moment and installed Android 2.1 on it way before they finally pushed 2.1 to it. There's like DJ07 or something. But, so yeah, Noob, he's not going to see this video, but he's an amazing developer. And then the data on my Samsung moment kept locking up. You couldn't even dial 911, you couldn't do anything. So, I contacted Sprint. They were like, you have the choice between the Hero or the Intercept. At the time, I had no clue what the Intercept was. So look, it has a keyboard. It's comparable to the moment. So I was like, sure, send it to me. I got that thing, and the resolution was completely crap compared to the moment. It was LCD, not AMOLED. It didn't have flash. I did not like the phone at all. So that day, after talking to several people for a long time on the phone, I got them to send me a free transform. And then on the transform, I uploaded a video unboxing it. Then all of a sudden I had a few people come to my channel. That was around the time Anime Skater and Brad 5100, I think. That was around the time some of you really old subscribers found my channel, because I did a couple videos in the transform, and people kept going, please make more videos, please make a video on how to do this, please make a video on how to do that. I was like, holy crap, the freaking transform got me to where I am today. I will never ever forget about that phone, because when you went on YouTube and you searched Samsung Transform Root, I was the only person doing videos on it. And I had an HD Sony camcorder, and I edited my videos. At the time I was using Windows Live Movie Maker. That thing failed me so many times because my camera put out M2TS files and nothing else but Windows Live Movie Maker 2011 would support the M2TS files. It kept crashing, it kept crashing, it kept crashing, and then I would finish the video, it wouldn't crash, I would upload it, and then realize that the audio would get out of sync during the video. So then I discovered AVS. They were running a special, and I got it for like 60 bucks for a lifetime license. And AVS has a lot of features that Windows Live Movie Maker doesn't have. Like for instance, it has a little audio bar at the bottom, letting you know when there's audio and when there isn't, which is really useful for when you're trying to take up, like when you're installing a ROM and there's that really long process, there's no audio at all there. So you take it, you clip it, and then you speed it up and you shrink it. AVS is freaking awesome. Seriously. If you can get AVS for 60 bucks, do it. I'm not even kidding you. That program lets you do picture-in-picture. Like I could throw up a little video right here. I can do that with AVS. Or a picture, or a screenshot, or whatever you want.
It would be awesome being able to take pictures and smile and talk to people without knowing what they're seeing.
It's pretty freaking awesome software. It supported my camera, and I used it for a good year. And then I got this camera sent to me by some awesome people, and I had to upgrade. And then I moved to Adobe Premiere Pro, and I can still do all the things I did with AVS, plus a lot more. It's much more advanced software. If you're just getting started with video editing, definitely try out AVS. If you don't want to spend 60 bucks on it, there's other ways to get it, or you can use Windows Live Movie Maker 2011. Just saying. I used it. My first videos from like, I don't know what time, up until like January 2011, that's when I switched to AVS. Pleasure66 asked me what's a good ROM for the Nexus S 4G. If you have the Nexus S 4G, definitely try out CM9 RC1 or run Nightly's. They've been out for so long that pretty much everything on your phone is going to work the way you'd expect it to work. And you're going to have Ice Cream Sandwich and have the very latest CyanogenMod features. Fadimorg99, he asked me if I was getting the Nexus 7. Yes, I am getting the Nexus 7, but my main concern is getting the SGS3. I will have the SGS3 whenever Sprint releases it to employees. I am not an employee, but someone in my family is. And I'm using a sub account from them called Advantage Club. If you don't know what it is, just Google it. Anyways, it's an awesome $29.99 monthly plan that's super freaking cheap. But I have to wait for Sprint to release it to employees. My upgrade was July 1st, so I'm not going to spend 600 bucks on a phone when I, right now, could go out and buy a phone at a new contract price. If people want to donate money, then I would use that to get that phone. But yes, I'm definitely getting the Nexus 7. I'm excited about the Nexus 7 because unlike a 10-inch tablet, you can actually fit it in baggy pockets and take it places, unlike Transform Prime, where you either have to carry it around in your hand and hold it so everybody sees that you have it, or you have to put it in a bag or something. As far as whether you should get the SGS3 or the Evo, just watch reviews. Marcus Brownlee, Flossie Carter. There's several people that have done videos on the Galaxy S3. With the fact that you can pull the battery out of it and buy another battery, so when your battery dies you can just put a brand new fully charged battery in there and then charge your old one. Or CDO, or any other company that makes an extended battery for the S3, you could just put an extended battery on it and have a much longer lasting battery. Unlike this phone, where if it's dead, it's dead. You gotta find a charger, and you have to have your phone plugged up to it for a few hours and wait for it to charge. Not if you have a phone with a battery that you can pull out. Plus, it's got a slightly larger screen, 4.8 inches compared to 4.7, and you don't have that stupid menu button there on apps like Facebook. Some apps are ICS compliant and put the menu button on the very top of an app, so you don't have to have one down here all the time. Without having the device and seeing what other people say about it, I honestly think the S3 is a better phone. Some people judge me and say, how could you say that when you don't even have the phone? 2 gigs of RAM, a 4.8 inch screen, a physical menu button so you don't have one there sometimes on apps that aren't ICS compliant. And trust me, there's a lot of them, like Grand Theft Auto, Plants vs. Zombies, Facebook. There's tons of them. None of those apps are ICS compliant, and so there's a menu button at the bottom of the screen the whole time. You might as well be using Galaxy Nexus and have all your buttons on the screen then. That 4.7 inch screen is now a 4.5 inch screen because some of it's being used up by a freaking on-screen menu button. Gonna go ahead and talk about CyanogenMod 10 real quick. This has been covered by a few people, like XD8 developers. They have a YouTube channel. CyanogenMod 10 is based on Android 4.1 Jelly Bean. The first devices that you're gonna see are the Galaxy Nexus, the Nexus S4G, etc. If your device can support CM9, there's no reason it shouldn't be able to support CM10. When CM10 comes out for the Evo 4G LTE, I'll have a video on it. Trust me. Right now, I have CDO's case. I really like CDO's case because it's thicker and it offers more protection than a Cruiser Lite case. But Cruiser Lite offers tons of different colors. You can get about 3 Cruiser Lite cases for the cost it's going to run you to just get one CDO case. CDO offers more protection, and I like the rubber grip feeling of it, and I think it looks pretty freaking sweet. And your kickstand's available. But Cruiser Lite is a much thinner case, and to be honest with you, you don't hardly even know what's on your phone. But it doesn't offer as much protection, so it's up to you. Do you want to spend a little bit more and get more protection? Or you want to spend a little less, get a few more colors, and barely tell that there's a case on your phone? It's up to you. I like having a little bit more protection. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up so I don't spend all day editing it. Last couple days I've been staying up pretty late, and then only having 4 or 5 hours sleep, and then sitting behind a computer at work, being super tired. I don't want to do that tonight. If you like this video and you want to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up. Wherever it's at. I don't know if it's right there, I don't know where it's at. But please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down, but please let me know why you did. I want your feedback. I will reply to your comment as soon as I possibly can. If you leave a comment while I'm sleeping, I'll reply to it as soon as I wake up. If you have any suggestions for episode 5, please leave them in the comments. I read every single comment. I reply to every single comment. I interact with you guys. I really cannot tell you how much I appreciate all the new subscribers, telling your friends about my channel, sharing my videos on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you do. 3 million views. To me, that's a lot. I started out 2 years ago with just 63 subscribers and only, I can't even say nothing bad about her yet. Can't say anything bad about her. I can, but I don't want to risk anything. I get to wake up each and every morning, make sure my daughter's tucked in, kiss her on the forehead, and I get that warm satisfaction knowing that each and every day she's living a completely different life than I did growing up. There you go. That's all I'm going to say right now. Whatever. This is What Would Josh Do? And I'm out.